Leaders across the globe have sent their condolences to Britain over Queen Elizabeth II's passing, of course, and the longest-serving monarch was 96-year-old when she passed away. Her death marks the end of an era, and the British royal family, as we know it, is in for some major changes for the first time in decades. Let's speak to our correspondent in Nigeria now, Tesem Akende. Thank you very much, Tesem, for your time here on All Angles and on eNCA. Of course, Britain and Nigeria have a long history. I think until today, the census in Britain talks about a large population of Nigerian-born citizens in across Britain, rather. So it's quite a strong relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, sure it is. And the death of Queen Elizabeth II, to start with, from the president, he took his official Twitter handle, his verifiable Twitter handle, to actually describe here Queen Elizabeth in very catchy phrases, saying that, look, the history of modern Nigeria will not be complete if it were to be captured in a book without a chapter being dedicated to Queen Elizabeth II. So generally, she was highly, really recognized here in Nigeria. And to add to that, a street has been named after her in Abuja, the federal capital city here in Nigeria. Before her death, she had visited Nigeria twice, in 1956 and in 2003. And I'm reporting to you from Jos here in northern Nigeria. She had also visited in 1956 when she visited. Generally, she's been described in really catchy phrases. We were on the streets this morning to hear from, Nigerians about it. And interestingly, we heard from ladies, tasking the authorities here in Nigeria to actually take a cue from the British monarchy by allowing more ladies opportunities to lead, just as it were, or just as it is in the Great Britain. So different reactions here. I must also say that there is, on social media, there are people who feel she would have actually done better precisely sometime in 1967, between 1967 and the 1970, when we had a civil war here in Nigeria. They felt both being Commonwealth nations, the Great Britain would have actually interfered better because a lot of people died. But that's just that. So many reactions, many positive. Of course, others, feeling they would have actually done better with the Queen leading the monarchy.
And, from other official people around Nigeria, what have they been saying after the Queen's passing? I know that she was also quite involved through her grandchildren, of course, in education for young people, especially in countries such as yours and ours, even Lesotho, etc., going far beyond the African continent. So what has been the reaction, not only from, politicians, but also just ordinary people in the streets?
Yes, like I said, we were on the streets this morning to hear from ordinary people on the streets. And indeed, many have really described her, especially ladies, interestingly, saying she was an Amazon, she was somebody. They actually really admired her style of leadership. And so it's really great here in Nigeria, of course, not forgetting that there are some who actually, like I said, felt she would have actually intervened or, brought in her expertise and wealth of experience in making Nigeria a better place by way of advice, to our leaders and all of that. So generally, she was highly revered here in Nigeria, and it's the expectation, or it's the hope of many Nigerians that her soul rest in peace. And, of course, drawing our leaders to the fact that there are many lessons of humility, lessons of inclusiveness, lessons of carrying the citizens along as they lead. So generally, it's a good, many people believe it's not just a great loss to the Great Britain, but also Nigeria, which is a British colony with relationships spanning several decades.
And of course, this has also revived those notions, that criticized the legacy of colonialism in Britain. But thank you very much for speaking to us and for that report. That was our Nigerian correspondent, Tesem Akende, speaking to us there.